Welcome fellow indie gamers. Today we are blasting Monastery once again and checking out how the light armor is working, because it was added in the latest update and it is a super awesome armor to combine with some great other items. If you haven't seen my video about Monastery or what Monastery is, click the link on the screen and you will know about it. But TLDR, this is a dark fantasy roguelike deck building game where we are trying to take down the horrors of the night and other nasty creatures while putting together really awesome builds and having some fun. So the items we are going to use in today's build are the default items. You will be able to get them immediately if you install the game. So the main item we are going to use today is called the Aegis Coat. This is the basic one that we are getting immediately. So this is a light armor, and with every 5 armor points we will get a mantra. Mantra is a really interesting card. It will let you duplicate one card that you play and you will get back that card for 1 less. Also, with the coat, at the beginning of your turn, if you have no protection, gain 1. The downside is we have 50 less health. But what protection is? Ignore the exclusive damage, then decrease the value by 1. So it doesn't matter what type of damage we're going to get, this one will ignore it. And this is of course between block and armor. So if we are blocking successfully, the protection charge won't be taken off. But if we are not blocking or we don't have block at all, protection comes before the armor. The rest of the items are also the starting ones. We are going with the iron buckler, starting with 30% block at the start of the turn. And I'm going to use my favorite sword in the game called the Cutlass, or this is the Crimson one, which is the basic, but it has different types, but it is applying bleed. If you haven't played any of these types of games before, bleed is a passive type of damage that we're putting up as a stack, and the enemies will take that amount of damage thanks to the stack at the end of their turn, and the stack will decrease by 1 and it stays up until either the stack goes to 0 or the enemy goes down, which is usually comes first. So what we're going to build on is the armor cards, and we combine things with the mantra, getting back some cards for like a lesser cost, and also this type of build has some kind of AoE thing, so I really hope that we can fish for those cards in today's video, and I can show you how this works because this is just super fun. So we're still at the ruins. This is a character I made for this purpose only. I only completed 1 battle with this, so we're going to go as the second part of the boss progression for the Undertaker, and the main boss of this run will be a brute, which is a Wrathful guy. You can check out the flavor text with the scroll icon, but today we are not doing that. Okay, so we are starting with 3 cards, 1 torch and a boon token. Execute is pretty good, but it is a really costly card. Recoil, we are not going to go for guard stance just yet, hopefully not in the whole run, but we will see. So Battleborn is what we need to have the heroic strike extra damage by default, and this is the card I was looking for. It's got Holy Nova, which is a special type of attack. Deal 5 damage to each enemy in the first 2 ranks. If you have protection, lose 1 and deal plus 20 damage. Super bonkers. And of course, we either get Holy Nova once again, so we will have like a better chance to draw this card, or we go with the talent called Celestial Blessing, which is gain more protection at the start of each turn. Extremely valuable card to make this build workable, so we are just going to go with the Celestial one. Let's go with the Heroic Strike immediately. And since we have this protection stack by default, I'm just going to show either of these enemies how to block a incoming attack, and the other one was blocked by the protection. Okay, so here's the good thing. We add 1 protection. The armor stacks are going up, and with the Holy Nova, we are going to deal 6 damage plus 20 in the first 2 ranks here. This guy is standing on the first, second, so it's 26 damage to all of them. I'm pretty sure you're getting the gist what I'm talking about when I say this is a pretty bonkers build from the get-go. Okay, so recoil no, sheer throw not exactly, but bolster is a cool addition because armor free on both sides. For every 20% block, gain +1 armor, your next attack will trample. So trample is if we exceed the HP of a targeted creature, the remaining damage will go through and hit the enemies behind them, so it's pretty useful for the Holy Nova as well. So Blood Fury under 50% health, you deal plus damage, well, it comes for 0, so we can really easily go with that. And of course, for the third card we will get a Holy Nova, so we have a better chance to get this combo. HP wise we are pretty okay, but we got acid immunity for the whole run, and it is a really important stuff, or a really convenient stuff, because we don't really have to, you know, fret about these annoying guys putting up acid and decreasing our armor or taking damage, which is really good. Okay, so same start, Battleborn, Globe, Holy Nova, and this guy tried to come forward, but he was at the first rank. Blood Fury for 0, so let's just use it. Hit this guy, and then we just block whomever we'd like to block. Okay, I'm not going to use the trample this time because no enemy is behind these guys, so we just take them down with some holy magic. So duplicate a card. So in this case now we have the base cards for the build, and we like to see these cards a little bit more frequently. So I'm just going to go with the Celestial Blessing to have it more. And we have a boon. If you haven't seen the previous video or you haven't played Monastery before, boons are extremely powerful, game-changing or mechanic-changing type of buffs that will give you some new ways to play a current build, make it stronger, go to a different direction, you name it. So gain free stamina in the first turn of every battle and +1 in the second turn. It's a really great start, which means that we can blast out a bunch of stuff from the get-go. Or the branch, duplicate a random card in your hand at the start of the turn. Extremely powerful, so we can have, like, you know, 2 or 3 Holy Novas in our hands, but you know, we still need the protection stacks, we still need the stamina to do so, so it's going to be wave. Okay, so Misfortune card, it doesn't do anything, it just screws up the whole card cycle, but we gain a boon token. Or Misfortune card, lose 25 HP and gain a boon, so we can have like another one immediately. Or get 2 Misfortune cards and gain an item upgrade. So item upgrades are really important part of our builds every single time. If you go for an item upgrade, you usually cannot go wrong, so let's just risk it for 2 Misfortune items. The first one is all attack cards have 4 bleed, which is extremely useful in this case. So that would mean even Holy Nova would put up 4 bleeding on the enemies, but I'm trying to lean into the whole light armor type of build this time to show you how awesome they are. So we either get protection has a 25% chance not being consumed when hit, really useful, or the start of your turn always gain 1 protection, so we are starting with a little bit more this time. Okay, so get 1 protection, and then the Battleborn, and can we like do this? I go, oh no. Well, I put this up, but that's not an attack card, so there won't be a heroic strike with this. No worries, that's still pretty good. Okay, get it for the blessing, and then the globe, and then some really nice crit with the Holy Nova with the heroic strike. So here's the mantra. I'm going to play it in the next turn because this time it would be useless. But if you read the description of Mantra, so this has the remain tag, which means that it's going to remain in our hands until we play it. Return the next non-talent card you play to your hand, except Mantra. It costs 1 less, cannot stack. Let's just go with this guy. This is a skill. We don't have any more torches to do the scry. So should I play it now? I'm not sure. So free armor on both sides for every 20% block, gain +1 armor. Your next attack with trample. You know, let's just go with that 1, 2, go with the Mantra, then a bolster, then a bolster. And this is 70%, and this one is not stacking, but I just wanted to show you how this plays. So we are pretty nicely covered. So we are starting with 2, thanks to the Celestial Blessing. But just give it another little tipping to that side, and we just block this way, so they are not going to hit us at all. Of course, building up a bunch of protection is a really useful way to try to avoid dying and go as long through a run as possible. But sometimes it's hard to build up, so if you screw up the whole card cycle, it's really easy to get screwed by this. And I'm pretty sure you already deduced that the heart of this build will be combining Mantra with some Holy Nova. So in this case we can like AoE twice in a turn for free stamina, which is super brutal. Extra blood shards because we took down the bandits. So we either get free cards and automatically discover and get focus extra in the next battle, or we got a boon token and 2 cards. I don't want to have 3 new cards. But we got Sanctuary. Discard a card to gain 2 stamina, which is extremely useful, and of course Divine Shield. We are drawing 1, and when played or discarded, gain 1 protection, so we are building up some protection. Another card upgrade for free weight cards. We are not really using weight cards in this build, but still pretty good to have. An upgrade, and now the protection has 25% chance not being consumed. And we are only at battle 4. So go with this. We got nice amount of protection by default. And then I just tried to get rid of this guy, and of course Misfortune card doesn't do anything, but we are still okay. So let's go with the Mystical Globe. And then this one. And our next stuff is trampling, but only 2 enemies on both sides, so I just wanted to use the card just in case. Okay, so for example, Sanctuary, and with the Misfortune out of the way, thanks to that we have +2 stamina. So the thing I was talking about, Mantra, Holy Nova, and unfortunately I cannot kill more enemies, but you know, Holy Nova once again, just to show you how this works. It's a pretty powerful build. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you will get this, and we already have 7 protection because it was not consumed. That's 9. We are getting even more. We'll draw more cards. Blood Fury is not really something we want to have. I just discard this. A Mantra, 1 hit, 2 hit. I'm not going to use the Holy Nova because that would be an overkill. That's it. And combined with the bleeding stacks, it is also really awesome. So I was thinking that maybe this time, not going the usual directions, I go with an adaptation. And just in case, we get some extra stamina, and you know, another Celestial Blessing, and maybe another Holy Nova. Warlock's Desk. Gain 3 card rewards and remove 3 cards. Final battle, +1 Screamer in each wave. That's pretty brutal. But if we can remove 3 of these really annoying weight cards that we are not using, that would be awesome. Also Illuminate. We got this Lotus Dance. Every card costs 1 less, but not less than 1. You cannot draw cards during your turn. Stacking Lotus heals 2. Or we start with the late defense, which has extra 15% block at the start of the turn and extra block as well. Let's just go with all the green cards, and then of course bleed them out. We can put some really nice bleeding on all the attacks in the turn, and we get rid of the weight cards. Since this is not a heavy armor build, weight cards are not really useful. Let's see. So we got a Heroic Strike extra for sure, and then this Blood Fury, we are not even close to its effects, but you know, let's just play it. And then a block, and then a block, of course facing this way. Misfortune, why not? And then do this. So hopefully this will be blocked, yes. But the other one was not. So we are having some weakness. So it will affect all the attack cards. So that's pretty sad here, but we will see. So classic start, get rid of the Misfortune, get the Blessing, and this guy is a taunty one, so we would only be able to hit him. But if I do this Holy Nova, I'd be able to target the elite. Of course, cannot be moved, cannot be executed, cannot be anything. Go with this. Oh, and then we have a mantra, so Divine Shield for free. And then we do the Holy Nova. They just go down. By the way, we are playing on medium, so it's not suffering but pain. Is the second difficulty of the game this time. A bunch of torches and some HP. We need torches because we want to scry. Increase your focus by 1. Non-walker enemies have a 25% chance to summon a walker on death. In the next battle, lose 1 torch and get a boon token. So to be honest, I'd really like to have extra focus because we are having a lot of stamina. But maybe another boon token. This was the 5th fight. You know, let's just go. They summon some walkers with 25% chance, but that's not a big deal. Okay, so Celestial Blessing. And then the Holy Nova. Get rid of these guys. Just, you know, drop the Misfortune cards. Because why not? Bunch of enemies. The same one. The Divine Shield. Then get this mantra. With this, I'm just going to drop it. And you will know what's going to happen. So 4 protection. Then the 5th one. And since this is the Battleborn, this means that we are stacking it twice. So plus 16 damage by default. And then, you know, maybe just adding some bleeding on top of it. This guy will die really soon. And the good thing about the AoE damage is if we have a hidden enemy, AoE will hit it, definitely, because that's not a direct damage. So this guy dies in bolster maybe. But yeah, sure, let's just hit this guy and then do a bolster. Mantra is a remain card, so no worries. So we won't be able to draw if we use Illuminate immediately, so let's just go with that. And then this one. And, you know, add some bleed, and the mantra, and the Nova, and this guy will go down sooner or later. Yes. I'm not going to hit him. I'd like to see bleeding is taking care of this guy. So boon token and free cards. It could be pretty risky, but we will see. Or a total boon and automatically discover the next 2 events and get to focus at the start of the next battle, which sounds extremely good. So the first 3 starter cards you play in the battle are removed from your deck for the duration of the battle and heal 1. No, thank you. Crit is pretty nice, but HP wise we are pretty okay. So duplicate a random card in your hand. I was talking about this before. So plus 5 armor on both sides and acid immunity. But we already have acid immunity, so no thank you. Remove 2 cards. Next battle, plus 5 acid, no thank you. Get a weight card and gain free card rewards. Sure, why not? Divine Shield again. Let's just reroll. Maybe a turtle is a good idea, and then a divine shield. So we are going full defensive this time. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 is the maximum that we can get. So let's get rid of the wait card. Apply this. 2, 4. Draw some. And then draw some. And we got another one. So we are starting by 4 protection by default. And then the mantra, and the globe, and some extra blocks. So we are pretty nicely covered. Put up another one, and then a Holy Nova. Maybe another one. Let's draw a card. And I think that's pretty fine. So when the branch duplicates another mantra, it's just a super lucky thing. Extra protection. Do we need extra cards? I don't think so. But you know, using this and getting into Lotus stance is not going to benefit us because everything costs 1. But we will get an extra mantra next turn. So I just hit these guys a bit. They won't attack because they are inhaling or trying to do something nasty. Okay, 4 mantras. Which means Holy Nova once. And Holy Nova twice. And of course we cannot get back the same card over and over again with the mantra because that would be exploity as hell, but no worries. So bleed them out. No, I'm not going to. Or, oh no, I have to use it. Yeah, well, it's a little bit unnecessary. Or maybe too brutal, but that's it. Okay, so since we already discovered what's going on, heal HP and gain 2 card rewards, remove 2 cards, duplicate 2 cards. So should we remove cards? 1 wait card, a bunch of misfortune, but cannot be removed or duplicated. Yeah, we need an item upgrade. Whenever an enemy takes bleeding, heal 1. Well, that's a pretty nice thing. And then I'm just going to duplicate 2 cards, which of course this one and this one. So bleed. And then this one. Go with the bolster. Ah, well, should have used it differently. Never mind. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's go with the globe. And then I'm going to hit once to have the heroic strike thing and do a lot of damage to these guys. And go with the turtle. Oh boy, sure. You know, get as many blocks as possible, even with free protection, just in case. It feels really nice to keep our HP close to maximum. Oh, the Battleborn thing is doubled. Yeah, it's going to be fine. So if I hit twice, or I hit 3 times, I still have 2. Okay, that's a good thing. So this will trigger the heroic strength, and you know, let's just use Blood Fury. Nice. Once, twice, and then this. Divine Shields. Ah, sure, let's just go as close to the 5 stack of armor cards as possible. Nice. Sanctuary once again. So no wait card, thank you. Extra stuff. And with the block and the mantra and the Holy Nova. And yeah, that was an overkill. Just wanted to show how fun this build is to put together. Illuminate, sure. And yeah, why not? Let's start with more. Whenever you deal critical damage, gain a heroic strike charge, gain free focus in the first turn of every battle, and +1 in the second turn. So ocean or the wave comes with the wind, which is a pretty good one. So we either get torches, lose HP and gain a boon token with stage 8, so that's a pretty nice chance that we can get another boon before we face the boss. So we maxed out 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 3 Holy Nova by default. Let's drop one of these blocks. Go with this one. I'm going to draw one because we need more of these protection ones. So like, let's go with one and then another. And I'm not going to use it this time because you don't have a protection charge. Armor on both sides for the block, so like, let's go 7, no, let's go like this. And then we will have a second mantra. Okay, bunch of enemies. Well, not the one I was looking for, no problem. Let's go with the Battleborn. And then draw one, oh yeah. So should I scry? Well, better than nothing. You know, let's go with all the extra protection, and then we will just get another one and another one in the next turn, because this was the 5th. I just hit this guy. So of course, putting all the mantra in your card is going to maybe sabotage you for getting all the cool cards that you're looking for, but you know, since we have a bunch, let's just play a couple of it. Sure, a turtle. So let's go with the Brutal Holy Nova strengthened with the heroic strength. And this blessing and this one for free. So we got 10 protection. And if we are lucky, yeah, it's 14. Sure, so bleed. Doing it this, can I go up now? So like mantra, holy stuff, and yeah, should be done. Nice. So this build, in my opinion, is a really great starter build. It gives you a pretty nice amount of blasty things, so you can really enjoy the game with it. Another Blood Fury, never mind. Oh, and we got the wheel. Okay, whenever an enemy dies, randomly gain stamina, draw one, or heal free. It's super good. Gain 1 torch and 1 card reward. It's like 38 cards. You know, we need torch because we really need to scry. And battle 10, we are facing the Wrathful brutes. So let's see if we can max this out as much as possible. So of course we need this. Get a card. Well, sure. Good start. So we got 2 of these charges. I'm going to use it immediately. Get this because that's free. And with the Lotus Stance, we will get 2 mantra in the next turn. So with the Angelic Aura, which came a little bit too late, but deal +1 damage for each protection you have. That's a talent. For sure. We got 3. We got 4. Then a mantra. Then a Holy Nova. Then a Holy Nova. And I either go for Illuminate to get another mantra next turn, or I just go with this, and yeah, we are starting even. More protection. Okay, cool. So we got this intervention, and with that we can move enemies to 2 sides. It's not going to do anything useful, but I'm just going to show you. So this guy was here, and then with the sanctuary, get extra stamina, and then go with the protection, and the celestial, and the globe, and the mantra. Oh, I screwed up. No. Ah, thanks to the wheel. That was not a screw up. Cool. So divine again, and again, and let's make it a bleedy one, and we will see if... No. So wheel was not really fortunate this time. But look at this. 14 number of charges. They cannot really touch us. That's the fun thing. Just move them to have a mantra. Battleborn thing. And should I really? No. Oh yeah, why not? Okay. This guy will go down thanks to the bleed thing by default. So go with this. And then with this. Then with this and holy one. And yeah. He's just going to die thanks to the bleed stack. Yeah. So this is a pretty blasty build to clear a bunch of enemies really, really fast. And with the light armor mastery points, we will get even better cards. For example, that one.